Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday morning, September 11th. We're looking at the last 3 days of the SPY ETF's market profile, and just quickly, just bear with me, as today for me, as for many of us, is a very important day. It's amazing. It's 19 years ago. I walked through the World Trade Center probably a little over an hour prior to that first plane hitting, on my way from when I lived in New Jersey to New York, on the way to the New York Stock Exchange. So it's pretty amazing. 1 hour, I think about that all the time, 1 hour prior to those events taking place. I lost, as well as many others, lost many friends, neighbors, and co-workers. So it's something that we should never, ever forget. And I think it's even more important now, seeing what's going on in our country today. We talk about context in trading. Well, context should be used in life as well. And we talk about how the algorithms don't want to be the first one to make a new high, and then when they go, they all follow. And it pertains to life too, as far as we shouldn't be following the herd, right? We need to think as individuals, stop being Democrats and Republicans, and use our own mind to think and put into context what's right and wrong, plain and simple. The bottom line is, I think as individual people, everybody is good and would want to help each other. It's it's our parties that have absolutely divided this country. If you think for one second, any politician from any party really cares about you, me, or anybody else, we are sadly mistaken. All right. Thank you for indulging in that. Let's get to the market. Now, very important what I'm going to say. What's happened before affects what happens next, right? What we've seen before affects what happens next. What we're seeing today, talk about context, is basically what transpired on the 8th. Now, there's definitely some differences, but I said this last night when I did a consultation. The similarities between the 8th and the 10th. We had a 10-wide POC that couldn't be lowered. Shorts tried to push it down. Didn't get much. The next day, they gave up. Yesterday, we had a 7-wide POC. Now, it's certainly not as wide as 10, but still could never get lowered. Shorts tried to push it down, and right now, with an hour, 10 minutes prior to the opening, they're not getting much. If we open above KL&M and get any traction, these shorts are going to cover. Right? So there's a good chance at least that one set of single prints will fill. Now, that's the huge difference between the 8th and the 10th. The 8th didn't have any single prints. The 8th was 10 wide, not 7 wide. So it gave more fuel to the buy side once these shorts gave up and they ran for cover. Here, even though they'll be underwater above KL&M, they still have some major things to lean on, right? You had a triple distribution day. So you have one set of single prints to lean on, you have an afternoon rally high to lean on, and you have another set of single prints to lean on. So it's certainly not going to be as easy to take all this back as it was from this day. Context, okay? Now, as far as destinations, I'll go over them real quick, right? We have each day, each distribution is going to be treated basically as a separate day. So this is kind of like we're taking back one day if we're to open above it. So single prints 336.25 to 337.33. If they get filled, we have the afternoon rally high of 339.60. Then the other set of single prints 340.84 to 341.20, and yesterday's high of 342.53. Right now, our pre-market high is 337.61. So that's right above the first set of single prints being filled, but way below the afternoon rally high, right? No surprise, very mechanical, right? They'll take back the lower distribution and maybe play in the middle of the middle distribution today, where they were 7 wide. Remains to be seen. Downside, 333.54 is our pre-market low. 332.85 is yesterday's low. 332.01 is that weekly low, which is very important, and you should have the other ones underneath. So game plan for this morning. Okay. Again, there's an hour to go. If we open above KL and M, the question is, how fast are these shorts going to want to cover? Now, generally, I would like to take a short inside of the single prints, right? That's where change took place yesterday. Change took place. There were sellers here. There were sellers there. Intraday gap. Well, you can take a short play in here, but I would probably be out if those single prints fill and then reassess. Or maybe wait to half back from yesterday. Give myself a little room, but out there. Because if they get filled, then there's a good chance at some point you will migrate, maybe test the afternoon rally high, which is another good short area, and play around the POC from that day. From yesterday. Now the big difference today is now we're playing inside value, inside balance. Not the best risk rewards, but that is a trade you can take as far as a short. Now, as far as a call play, right in here I really don't have one. The way I want to be short in singles, some people might want to be buying if we stay above KL and M, thinking that those singles could be filled. Now you can certainly do that. But if you do that, I'm out if I get accepted back in, especially inside M's range, right? M's range is just, talk about a magnet. Look what it did yesterday from the previous day, and look what it did from the 8th, and when we got into it and just finally took it all out. Look from the other day, we barely got into it. Couldn't get accepted into it, never saw it. Incredibly powerful stuff. Again, these are early plays. Are we giving these updates from 9:15 through 4 p.m. all day today? So put play maybe initially inside the singles, out if half back is taken. Another put play, probably an afternoon rally high, out if accepted above that. Call play, again, I would not take this, but some people might take it above KL and M to see if that first set of singles fill. We get accepted into M, and again, acceptance is a tough thing to figure out in A period. We might dip our toe into M's range. Doesn't mean we're getting accepted into it. But if B opens up and we start one-time framing down inside of M, I would certainly take a put play. Volume this morning, 500,000. Definitely less than we've had, but we still have over an hour to go. And then just quickly, on the charts, I'm just going to show you the daily because this is very important. We had an outside day down yesterday. That's bearish. So again, even though we're up $2.50 as of right now, for my money's worth, it's just those shorts and KL and M, if they don't get what they want, we'll give it up. If in the next hour we open below K's high, well then they have nothing to worry about really just yet, and they might push this down even further. If we take out yesterday's low, I think without a doubt we would get that other weekly low, and we would test the 50-day moving average and that gap from August 5th. Good luck trading today. Have a great day. I'll recap the day and the week at 4 p.m.